Hi, this is a quick tutorial on how to create a template with the template and create graphics with PxSnap technology. So I will be starting a workbench. We will create a new project really quick. Let's call the project name let's give it a new station, and let's give it inner case demo. We'll close this and open up another station here, another command prompt, and let's call it station inner case demo. That will open up the station. We'll just close this and connect to our blank station. What we can do is we can go down to TemplateMavi and copy all the PX files right from here. So we can go and copy that and put it under PX. We can go to TemplateMavi, open navigation setup, copy all these and paste it right under drivers. This actually lets us gets us to the screen. There's in-context editing everywhere, and you can actually enable and disable points right from here. So if we disable this, it will collapse to the right. We can actually go to the config and enable the sitemap back, and that will turn it back on. Okay, so this is our system, so we can call this inner case demo, and we can start creating some graphics. I'll be dragging and dropping a backnet driver under drivers. We'll go to properties. I'm just going to set it to disabled for now, since we are not going to do real control devices here. So we'll go to device manager and we'll go to new backnet device. Let's call this AHU _1, and I will create some points underneath it. So let's create a few points underneath, like let's call it a fan object, let's create a damper object, and let's create like a discharge snap. What we can do is we can go back to the TemplateMavi, but before we move forward with it, we have to get the system licensed. The way you do it is you drag the licensing service and you just go actions and request license. Now we can go and drag and drop our page component under the AHU, but before we do that, I will copy the AHU and paste it under the backnet network 100 times. Let's drag and drop the page now. Let's go to actions and hit generate. Let's call it AHU typical of 100, and that will basically create our AHU template. What we can do now is we can go to under Niagara, we go to title name setup, we'll copy it and paste it right underneath, and we can go to page, go to actions and use default title. If you refresh, you will see that AHU1 has become that, and you can see the room number is mechanical room 101. Let's create the AHU graphic, but in order to create the AHU graphic correctly with the snapping system, what I have to do is I have to go to the backnet, to the BAS AHU maker, copy this command file, go back to the system, bin and paste. We can go into our system, to our folder, project folder. So it's Niagara 367. Go to bin and click on that AHU command. That will basically open up your workbench in your AHU in that profile. We'll just go to the AHU maker and enable the snapping. Let's connect to our station again and go to that folder. So it's under backnet network AHU1, and we got our system. Let's enable our palette and open up BAS AHU Maker. And let's start creating some graphics. This graphic actually has Workbench, iPad, iPhone, and Android views. You can actually go to the Workbench graphic, and we can just drag and drop the system to it. So we'll go AHU graphic, duplicate, and it will just snap right into its place. So the snapping makes it very easy. We can actually go back to options, to PX Editor. We can go to PX Editor and disable our snapping. We disable snap off. We can keep the show grid. And let's go and we'll just get it just close enough. Another setting that I would change is make this AHU 30 pixels, so the snapping distance is lowered at this point. So let's take the equipment, let's take the damper, and let's drop a fan here, horizontal throw on. We just drag and drop it right close enough and it will snap to its place. Let's open up the dampers and horizontal reversed. And we can just start binding our points. So let's bind the damper. And we have the fan. We can just copy this to other graphics. So we can go to iPad graphic and paste it. And we can go to iPhone graphic and paste it. Android graphic and paste it. So you can actually see this is created very, very quickly for different profiles. So Workbench, iPad, iPhone, and Android. Since it's relativized, it's really easy to copy on all other ones, but we have 100 devices. It would take a little bit too long. So what we have created is mass copy object. So what you do is you look for under BACnet network, we look for BACnet devices. We'll clear the first one and hit mass copy. And it's basically automatically creates it for all of them. So if we go to AHU 100, our title name is correct and our devices are basically active in here. Okay. To create the nav file, you basically create a new nav file. And let's call this innercase underscore workbench. Just go under drivers. You can just drag and drop all these here and copy the home and put it into the target. We can go down, go right click, create a new template nav for all these different devices. We can create our user. Let's create a user called innercase. And we'll assign to the workbench. And we can right click on this and use template user generator and we generate the user for other devices as well. So if you go to the property sheet, you will see that they are all created. That's pretty much it on how to create graphics with PxSnap technology along with the template Mavi for 100 AHUs that are typical.